Life does not announce its most important moments. They arrive quietly without warning and often without drama. Most days feel ordinary. They begin, they move forward, and they end. Nothing appears remarkable about them. And yet, when you look back, it is never the extraordinary moments that define your life. It is the accumulation of ordinary ones. Morning light entering a room. A familiar road traveled again. A pause that lasts slightly longer than expected. These moments are not empty. They are simply unnoticed. We live in a time where speed is mistaken for progress, where movement is confused with direction, where silence is avoided, not because it is harmful, but because it feels unfamiliar. From an early age, we are trained to fill every space, every pause, every moment of stillness. But life itself does not operate this way. Life unfolds slowly, quietly, without urgency. It is only the mind that rushes. The mind constantly moves ahead of the present moment, planning, predicting, replaying. Rarely does it stay where the body already is. This creates a strange distance between experience and awareness. You live your life, but you do not fully experience it. Days pass quickly, weeks blur together. Time feels like something slipping through your hands. Not because it is moving faster, but because attention is elsewhere. There is a subtle difference between existing and noticing that you exist. Most people exist. Few notice. Noticing changes nothing externally, but internally everything shifts. When awareness returns, even briefly, the world feels different. Not brighter, not louder, just clearer. You begin to sense the rhythm beneath the noise. Life has a pace that does not need to be controlled. It only needs to be allowed. Consider how often you rush through moments that will never return, not because they are unpleasant, but because they feel insignificant. But significance is not something a moment declares. It is something awareness assigns. A simple walk can be forgettable, or it can be grounding. The difference is not the walk, it is presence. Presence does not demand effort, it asks for permission, permission to stop multitasking internally, permission to let the moment be enough. This is surprisingly difficult for many people. The mind has been trained to believe that stillness is unproductive, that slowing down means falling behind. But falling behind what? An invisible timeline, an imagined standard, a future that never arrives as expected. Life is not lived in the future, it is lived now. Every attempt to bypass the present moment creates dissatisfaction, because nothing meaningful happens anywhere else. This does not mean abandoning ambition, it means anchoring it. When ambition is grounded in presence, it becomes sustainable. When it is driven by restlessness, it becomes exhausting. Many people feel tired even when they are not doing much. This is not physical fatigue, it is mental friction, the constant resistance to what is happening now. The mind wants something different, something later, something else. And yet, life keeps offering only one thing, this moment. When resistance softens, energy returns. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily. The body relaxes, breath deepens, attention widens. You begin to notice details that were always there. Light changing throughout the day, sounds rising and falling, the way time stretches during quiet moments. Time itself does not speed up or slow down. Your relationship with it does. When attention is scattered, time disappears. When attention is focused, time expands. This is why childhood memories feel long and vivid. Attention was undivided. As we grow older, attention fragments. Responsibilities multiply. Distractions increase. Time seems to shrink, not because there is less of it, but because we inhabit it less fully. The solution is not to reclaim the past. It is to re-enter the present. The present moment does not need to be perfect to be complete. It simply needs to be noticed. Many people wait for calm before they allow themselves to slow down. But calm does not come from conditions. It comes from attention. Even chaos becomes manageable when met fully. This does not remove difficulty. It removes unnecessary suffering. There is a difference. Difficulty is part of life. Suffering is resistance to it. Presence allows you to meet difficulty without adding layers of fear or projection. You stop asking, how long will this last? And start asking, what is needed now? This shift changes how you move through challenges. You become responsive instead of reactive, grounded instead of overwhelmed. This is not something that happens once and stays forever. Awareness fades. It always does. The practice is not maintaining awareness. It is returning to it again and again. Each return strengthens the ability to stay present longer next time. There is no failure in forgetting, only in not returning. Life continues regardless. Moments arrive and leave. The choice to notice them is always available, even now. You do not need silence to be present. You do not need stillness. You do not need ideal conditions. You only need willingness. Willingness to feel what is here without escaping into thought. Willingness to observe without immediately labeling. This is where clarity emerges. Clarity does not arrive as answers. It arrives as alignment. You begin to sense when something is right for you, and when it is not. Not logically, but intuitively. This intuition is quiet. It does not argue. It does not rush. It simply knows. The more present you are, the easier it becomes to hear. Life feels less like something to manage and more like something to participate in. You stop bracing against time. You move with it. Even waiting becomes different. Waiting no longer feels empty. It feels spacious. This is when ordinary moments regain depth. A pause becomes restorative. Stillness becomes supportive. You realize that peace is not something to achieve. It is something to allow. It has always been available beneath the noise. The noise may never disappear completely, but your attachment to it can. This is the quiet shift that changes everything without announcing itself. Not a breakthrough, not a revelation, just a steady return to what is already here. Life does not need to be rushed. Time does not need to be controlled. You are allowed to move slowly, to notice, to be here. And when awareness fades again, as it will, the invitation remains. The present moment does not close its doors, it waits, patiently.